Set though, huge plays coming out from Boomy, 3-0ing SCDB Wilson. Wilson got what, third at final round? Like Wilson's a strong contender, but Boomy with that surprise pick. The Knicks, he actually had that Knicks on his announcement tweet, right? With the Tempo Storm, there was that.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, why?
Yeah. We were like, what's with this Knicks thing? I actually had to ask him. I was like, hey, Boomy, why is there a Knicks on this graphic?
I don't know.
Like,
I didn't make the connection because
I
I think the picture. When did the picture come out? Pre-announcement or?
I think it came out day of. I want to say it was at least day of.
So I never made the connection that like somebody would have Tempo Storm art ready. For some reason, I thought it was just like fan art. I thought it was just like hella good.
That someone was just like on the ball, ready to make some fan art of Boomy, and was like, I don't know.
I didn't like fully make that connection of like, oh, there's no way a regular Brawlhalla community fan is gonna have this art ready with the Knicks, with the Tempo Storm jersey.
Yo, that's the level of Brawlhalla right now. Like we're leveling up.
I mean, when Petra came out, like the art was out real quick,
real good. All right, coming up next, we got Cosolix and LDZ. By this point in your life, you might have heard, maybe, that LDZ is the two-time world champion.
He is.
In Brawlhalla.
That's what he is, the two-time
world champion.
Back-to-back
2016, 2017 world champion, 1v1 player. Not a 2v2 player, but...
And he's one of the few two-times left in the world who isn't kind of in disgrace right now. He's like... He's
one of the
killing it.
He's one of the few two-time 1v1 back-to-back champions in our community as a whole.
Well, yeah, I just meant in the world.
Oh, in the world,
that's
all right,
not in disgrace. I think you probably know who I'm talking about.
Well, we'll leave that up to
the viewer.
To
the viewer.
It's open to interpretation.
It's like the ending of The Sopranos.
Yeah. On the other side, though, he's playing up against Cosolix, one of the last controller players and last Canadians.
We had Wilson right before this, too, as a controller player.
That's right.
We still do have a couple in here. But you're looking at the stats, and you see huge discrepancy in terms of money won. Cosolix, a bulk of those winnings are coming from DreamHack Austin last year, and a bulk of LDZ's winnings are coming from
World Championships.
World Championships, and then also a Winter Championship victory where he was the United. No.
Yeah.
Was he the United Champion, or was that Boomy?
No, I don't think he's ever won a 2v2.
No, it was when he teamed with Boomy.
Oh.
It was like not Winter Championship last year, but maybe the one before.
It was like, I want to say 2017.
One of those two was the United Champion that year, winning both singles and dubs. It looks like we're moving. Oh, okay, it's game.
But those are definitely going to be the picks coming out from Cosolix and LDZ. We saw LDZ on the Dusk yesterday.
I was super surprised by that.
Yeah. It was definitely interesting. Like, we'd seen his fate, and we were like, all right, Orb, all right. Yeah. But Dusk was kind of a surprise one, because Dusk came out first. He was the first Orb character, and people were like, oh, that's really cool, new weapon, and then kind of fell off on it. They weren't really feeling the Orb.
So many people out in the community, they're just like, why play Dusk?
Yeah.
Fate exists, why play Dusk? There is going to be the spear crossover that LDZ has from his Ada experience. His Dusk is great. His Orb is good. It might be just a little bit of a new matchup, new signatures to look out for that you're not used to playing against, so that could catch a player off guard. Maybe not Cosolix, but also maybe so Cosolix.
So we saw the last set, right? Boomy was really utilizing the Knicks Blaster's neutral signature. That's the one that goes up and then shoots straight down.
Yeah.
LDZ can kind of do something similar. He's got the spear neutral signature, which goes up, but it throws forward, which means if he goes off stage, hits like a downlight side air, and catches you with a gravity cancel neutral signature, like that'll take a stock.
Now these two have never met in bracket
ever
in their entire career in any power rank worthy tournament.
That's
which
crazy.
Is like that's a little bit wild. I mean, you see players that are like 2-1 or 1-1. Cosolix trying to carry him off the edge. Is LDZ gonna be able to turn this into a kill? Cosolix getting even more damage, and he chooses to go back with the side air on the left side. Gets the dare. That entire sequence was controlled by Cosolix. He missed that initial string to just carry your opponent, showing them here's the blast zone and you're done. And he was like, you know what? I'm going back in.
We're going. He did that with Lance off stage. Like, he's in this Sky Captain costume and he's showing he controls the skies. He's going off stage. I'm loving that from Lance players. Like, it's rare that you'll see Lance players go off stage, but here at CEO, you're seeing it.
There's the gravity cancel. D-Light side air. Now, it's interesting that he chose to go for the D-Light into the side air rather than just the raw side air, or what Sandstorm does of the gravity cancel side light. So maybe he just felt like he needed a little bit more mustard on that hot dog.
I like it starting off with the D light because you have different options, right? You have the opportunity, oh, maybe I'm not in position for this air, go for the ground pound, go for the recovery.
Okay.
So I like that it starts with that down line, a little bit more options that you can go out of it.
Now, we did see a video yesterday of LDZ and Joe's Crab Shack, and he was being embarrassed by everyone singing to him because someone told the waitstaff it was his birthday. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I know Cosolix is not going to treat him like it's birthday, but LDZ still wants that gift. He still wants to blow out his candles, and he still wants to open gifts.
He wants that wish. That is the signature coming out from LDZ with a neutral signature on that orb, but Cosolix has the weapon control. He has the stage control as well. Real deep charge. LDZ with a solid punish. You saw him charge the recovery so he could go even further, like trying to ejection seat away from LDZ, but really good positioning from LDZ to get under, hit that recovery.
I feel like any of the major, I don't even want to necessarily call them mistakes, but for lack of a better term, mistakes that Cosolix makes, it's like he like immediately recognizes that as like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm not going to do that again.
Might be.
It's not like, I'll get it next time. I'll get it maybe the next time. Fourth
He won't expect me to do it a third time. Come on.
And that's one of the reasons Cosolix has been so successful is like any little mistake that he makes, because no player is perfect, he cleans so many of them up.
And he is really like the only person to really stick with Lance as well, so he knows all of the little things, all the nuances of it, so he can clean up his play so easily. As opposed to players like LDZ, he mixes around his weapons a little bit. He might not have as much orb knowledge as he would with, say, Spear, because he doesn't play orb nearly as much because he swaps up the weapons.
Game is getting quite even here in game one. Keep in mind, this is in the loser's bracket. So the first game in this best of 5 is going to LDZ, the man with so much experience under his belt.
That was definitely a lot closer than I think a lot of people would have expected. LDZ like has a lot of name power on him. And even so, like the fact that he went 2-3 against Kui, like LDZ looking a little bit beatable, a little bit shakeable here at CEO.
Brought it down to last stock red there, and we're going back to the dome.
Same map.
I don't know if I'm used to seeing Miami Dome
not this much
multiple times in a row. That's
it's like a niche pick.
Rare.
That center column at the bottom definitely throws off a lot of people, and it's got relatively close kill boxes. One of the things that Cosolix was trying to take advantage of at the start of game 1.
Now, I believe LDZ is the lower seed here. So he initially on game 1 bans down first, so it's Cosolix's pick. And because Cosolix lost last game, then he gets to ban down, and then LDZ gets to pick. So both players chose this map. This isn't just like
one
Cosolix really loves
this
map or LDZ really loves this map. It went through both of them, and they both chose to play on this map. LDZ trying to make good use of those soft platforms. Maybe that's one of the reasons. Ooh. Going all the way from the left to the right side, slide charging it. Turns it around.
Needs to beat it out. Yeah, that is going to be
it was so close.
It was really close.
Cosolix had to delay that dodge just a little bit, though. He might have been able to make it back otherwise, but he would have eaten a move from LDZ, and that would have been certain death.
Oh, doesn't hit the side air, though. Was a little bit too stacked for that. You saw him trying to immediately get that stock back. He was so good at doing that in game 1. There you see it happen here in game 2. Sticking with the Lance, of course. That's Cosolix's weapon of choice.
Coming in with the orb. Now, when LDZ was playing Fate, we didn't see as many signatures as like we did when Dobrain was playing Fate, or even somewhat when X-Soup was playing Fate as well. You're not seeing hardly any signatures here. I think we saw more yesterday, and we definitely saw more in 2s from him so far.
Well, you can get away with it a little bit more in 2s, right? You got that other person to protect you. Here in 1s, we've seen the orb neutral signature. That's probably the one that stood out the most to me.
Yeah.
He was really utilizing that spear side signature. It's got great range on it. It comes out quick. But he hasn't really been sticking with the spear that long.
Making sure to go down over to the sidewall so he doesn't get caught by that neutral signature from Cosolix. He's been using that a lot. He used that so much yesterday right on the corner, expecting the high recovery, maybe rotating over to the center of the platform before dropping down.
Nice little side light. Wants to just try to deny Cosolix these wall touches. Cosolix able to fight his way back. Side air, not quite enough.
They're both able to pick up a weapon at the exact same time. The gravity cancel neutral light. Maybe he wanted the active frames.
Yeah, that's why you would do that. This is the only reason why you would do that over gravity cancel down light, gravity cancel side light. That and it comes out like a little bit quicker, but Sidelight sider. Cosolix, he's so good at keeping this close. He is keeping this even. Every single time LDZ gets an inch, Cosolix closes it up. But LDZ has been getting the stock a little bit earlier. If he can just maintain that pacing, he will close out game 2.
And that's what we saw with Boomy versus Wilson. It was a 3-0, which seems pretty rough, but like you saw, Wilson was able to bring back stocks really quickly, but the problem is Boomy got it first every single time. Ooh. Oh, he jumped! He jumped and was hit by another side air from Cosolix.
Cosolix,
He's gonna lose his life because of it. He wanted to go for it at the end.
He did. He bet the farm. It was so close. LDZ even knows it. He's like, I got away with that one. There was one last read. One last read right there.
It was the jump into the side air to match LDZ's jump. If he didn't do that, he would have had one more at the end, but he really went for it there. I mean, it looks like he's got the respect from LDZ. And like, all right, respect.
That's a good one. We're going right back to Miami Dome.
The boys like the dome.
They like the dome. Only Cosolix is the one with headphones, so they're clearly not picking it just for the music.
That's true. He's using his headphones though.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I thought those were the Astros.
They look black.
I thought the black and blue.
Yeah, but aren't
no, there's two types of Astros.
Oh, okay.
We got white and black ones.
Okay.
Got to mix it up on you. Side air. LDZ getting hurt. Down signature. Cosolix with a big lead here in game 3. It looks like he's made the adjust.
That's the first time he's been successful, I think, with that down signature on the edge, and it led to a kill. Now, the ones before, though, I don't think he's really been punished for it either.
No. I think he's only gone for like 2 so far, though. There was one point where he used to like only do that as his edge guard. Like he'd stand on stage and then go for the slide charge down signature. I like that he's kind of reined it in because basically everyone knows at this point that that's what he likes to do for his edge guard.
See the downers bouncing off the stage from LDZ. There's the sidelight side air from Cosolix. One of the previous ones he hit. LDZ was able to dodge through it. It's not a true combo. Down signature coming through, reads the jump through, gets the recovery the other direction, and Cosolix with a monstrous lead.
And I love the way he's doing these new recoveries. He's doing them away from LDZ, reading the dodge over, and if he does it wrong, he can charge it up and he'll be moving away from LDZ as opposed to the first time he did it wrong, crossed over LDZ and got caught for it.
And when he did that one, he was moving towards the blast zone. Here, he's been moving it towards the stage, towards the middle of the stage, as far away from those blast zones as possible. So unless he's really in kill damage, he's not going to be punished. That will lead to a kill from it.
Still has a huge lead as he loses that first stock, though. LDZ going to deny every single weapon on the board. Cosolix, I do want to point out, he's been really good at staying basically parallel with LDZ. Lance has such good... Oh, he's going deep.
I thought that was going to hit.
He's going deep. Scary spot. Does get back onto the stage.
That looked like he nailed the spacing and timing on that. He must have been just pixels away from hitting it. There's the ground pound coming up from LDZ trying to shut down Cosolix's vertical approach. LDZ staying in the middle of this stage, as far away from the blast zones as possible. He's going to eat a side air. Hammer coming out for Cosolix, trying to kill with the side air.
Does not get the punish. That was a burn dodge from LDZ, and Cosolix is going to lose that second stock. LDZ has to play this perfectly, though. That is a Scarlet he's going up against. High-strength character at one point was tied for the highest strength in the game.
And it's the nair into the turn-around recovery. Cosolix bringing it back, keeping himself alive in the tournament.
Yeah. So I want to go back to my point. He's been playing horizontally near LDZ in the air. You see LDZ go for a lot of these dares with the orb, and every single time, Cosolix is just a jump dare, punished LDZ for it, and gotten back onto the stage to get more. And we're seeing for the first time, no Miami Dome. We're going to Mammoth.
Yeah, I don't think Cosolix has been hit by that many dares.
No.
And I totally didn't think about that until you said it. And normally, like, dare is extremely punishing for orb. You can control so much. You control so much in the air. When you're near the ground, it bounces off the main stage.
That nair does not hit stacks. Sideline nair goes for the neutral sig read, but LDZ dodges down out of that nair.
And that's something somewhat new that Cosolix has been doing, is sidelight nair. Even though that's the true combo, that hasn't been the one that he's been going for in the past. LDZ finding massive damage in that little 3-4 hit string. One of the probably longest strings that we've seen him get this entire set against Cosolix.
Oh, that recovery right there, though, does disarm Cosolix. He's got to wait for the weapon spot, and it's going to be the hammer, who both of them spot dodging in unison. Who's going to get that first stock? Is LDZ going to get that early lead and maintain it? That's so critical for him. And that's what won him game 1 and game 2.
Ooh, he's choosing to almost engage. No weapon toss coming out from Cosolix. He felt more comfortable almost engaging with the weapon in his hands. Maybe he was trying to see where LDZ was going to recover. If he was going to go high, maybe try to reach up with a recovery. But LDZ is going to take the first stock.
Yeah, that low to the ground recovery from LDZ was just enough. Cosolix charges up for recovery, getting a little bit risky now. Might start panicking because he needs to finish the stock off of LDZ. Side air? Just enough on it. All right, what's the weapon? Of course it's going to be the Lance, and he primes his next one.
Neutral light catching the ending of the side air, the grounded side air from Cosolix. Again, another side air grounded, gets punished by LDZ.
Lots of dash dancing, side light in there. Yeah, we're
doesn't
starting
go
to
for the GC insig this time, so it looks like he's mixing it up after the side light neutral air. Because I'm telling you, man, he never went for that before.
He used to really do side light down air like that because there's 2 different reads you can go off of it. You can go for the high read with the neutral sig. You can go for the far read with like a down sig or side sig. Punish. Ooh, doesn't get the jump. Side light, neutral light.
I'm feeling like if that was maybe old neutral light, that would have hit because they don't swing as fast. But LDZ might be extending his lead just a little bit.
Still hasn't recovered.
He's playing Lance, baby.
And he gets back to the wall safely. Great movement from Cosolix to avoid that from LDZ.
Nice little fade back. While LDZ is throwing out those side airs, trying to hit to the left side because that's a closer blast zone so we can clean up the stock.
Side lights there from Cosolix. Gets the stock. Cosolix has the lead over LDZ. But it's such a small lead. One signature from LDZ is all he needs.
For being the 2-time, for being one of the most decorated legacies in all of Brawlhalla right now, seems like the crowd's on Cosolix's side.
Well, Cosolix is the underdog, right?
That's true.
Everyone loves a good underdog story.
And there's the cheers coming out for LDZ there.
So when you call them out, they're like, oh, I got to feel bad.
That was a part of the plan. I was fishing for that one. You bit hook, line, and sinker. You got your
suckers. Sideline nair coming out from Cosolix. You're seeing him mix up the follow-up off the nair, though. This time he goes for the dare, expecting LDZ to dodge down. Double nair.
Now, it's interesting that we're seeing mix-ups out of the side light, because mix-ups are not normally something that, like, Cosolix even does.
I don't think he knew that he did, though. Off the side light dare, he used to mix up every single time. But because side light dare is not as easy to do anymore, he's got to change up his mix-ups. Great positioning from Cosolix, though. He has huge damage lead over LDZ. Unfortunately, no weapon. Doesn't need it. Downlight recovery. Can Cosolix take out LDZ?
He's tied it up. We're going to game 5. He's got to be feeling good.
You said it yourself. LDZ is one of the most decorated names in Brawlhalla history. Cosolix taking out LDZ here would be massive.
LDZ,
here comes the coach. Who's the coach?
It's Blood Diamond. Now, it's interesting.
Yeah, that's an odd. That's not who I would have expected to be. His coach.
I wouldn't have either.
If you go back and watch Brawlhalla VODs, whenever LDZ is put in this tough spot, whenever he's in Game 5, I'm thinking back to 2017 World Championship. Who came onto the stage and helped him out? It was Boomy.
Boomster.
Boomy was the one who gave him the advice.
I'm trying to look at Blood Diamond's tournament history this year to see if, like, Blood has beaten Cosolix.
Yeah, does he have the number? Is LDZ wearing swim trunks? Like, is he about to go to the beach after
I mean, he
this?
might be. I don't think this year. I don't think Cosolix has lost to Blood Diamond. So yeah, it is interesting. It is interesting. Maybe Blood Diamond is well versed in the Lance matchup. There's a reason it was Blood and no one else, because I'm sure that there were a lot of people down there who were like, I know
exactly what to do.
Now maybe they just collected their knowledge and put it into Blood's hands, and we're like, all right, you're going to go deliver our collective message.
If I'm not mistaken, you have to declare your coach ahead of time, too. So it's possible that they knew in advance that LDZ was going to call Blood Diamond.
I forgot about those rules.
Lots of nairs coming out from Cosolix. You're seeing a whole lot of nairs coming out from Cosolix. And I'm trying to punish the fact that LDZ is playing high. And there again, you see the dare to punish the whiff dare from LDZ.
Both players red 30 seconds into this game. There is a weapon spawn on the field. Cosolix trying to put out a little bit of unarmed damage, and it's going to be the top side of the recovery. LDZ throwing out 2 of those in a row.
That first stock is so critical in Game 5. That is all the momentum in LDZ's favor. Downlight recovery is not enough.
Even with all the strength that Scarlet has, it's still not enough to take out this Nimue, this Dusk pick coming out from LDZ.
Nice side air. Only took 1 hit, so he is right on in this. This is real close from Cosolix and LDZ. Nice neutral light. Goes for the pickup neutral light. Wants that immediate follow-up.
Near into side air. That's a 3-hit string. Finds the 4th hit with the side air. Has Cosolix on the edge. There's the down air.
This is the most spear we've seen from LDZ all set, and his spear's looking alive.
And he's almost taken Cosolix to red with like 5 to 6 hits. Seen double nairs coming out.
He went for the dare read because generally speaking, you see Lance players go for many nairs on top of it. He was expecting LDZ to react to that and try to dodge down. There,
yeah,
you see this air.
Last time he hit multiple nairs, LDZ dodged down to get away from it. On like, I think it was the 3rd nair, he dodged down.
All right, weapon denial. LDZ in a strong position.
This is the biggest lead LDZ's had all game. Cosolix did see a lead like this.
Goes for the Sayer, interesting. The scoop sends LDZ straight up, but he was expecting LDZ to fast fall to the side maybe, and that's why he went for a Sayer.
Game 5, Cosolix on his last stock, quite a bit behind LDZ at this point, just pushed him into the orange. In the loser's bracket, one of these players will not be playing any more games in singles at CEO. I don't know if LDZ thinks it's going to be him because he has his swim trunks on, but the way it's looking right now, maybe it should have been Cosolix who has some swim trunks on today. Ooh, that side air. What a spot dodge.
Down air.
Big dare. One of the few.
Down air. Cosolix is done for.
LDZ takes it 3-2. Cosolix coming out. He hasn't been able to make it to a land since final round. Coming back, and it was looking kind of rough for him. Some of the games were close, but it was still looking kind of rough for him, and he was able to battle it back, if for just a moment, taking it all the way to Game 5. And LDZ is going to come out victorious. He's going to be moving on to the losers quarterfinals to fight against Cody, the American Nightmare, Big Bite, Travis.
You're adding more to his name.
And I straight up stole the American Nightmare from Cody Rhodes that we saw last night. So yeah. Oh, we're gonna play the video?
We got a video.
Oh, we're
of
playing
LDZ.
the video. Oh yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not avert your eyes. You're about to see Brawlhalla history.
Go grab your mama. Bring her in the room.
You need to see this.
This is the video we were talking about. If you see LDZ this weekend, make sure to tell him happy birthday.
Tweet him at LDZ36.
This video comes from Noel's Twitter.
Yes.
So make sure to smash that MFing RT button, boys. Now, I don't know how well you can hear it at home, but he's supposed to shake everything but the salt and pepper shakers. You see, most of the movement is coming from his hips and his knees.
Well, that's the primary shaking position, as we've seen.
I'm glad that LDZ didn't lose, because playing that after he just lost, like,
that's so insulting.
It's kind of brutal.
So
that would have been brutal, man.
Like,
But coming up next to the stage in kind of rare fashion, Sandstorm in the losers bracket and Blue in the losers bracket this early.
This was not expected. Definitely not Sandstorm for sure. It is rare to see him in the losers bracket, especially starting off top 8 in the losers.